have first impressions on these new Rimmel Kate Moss lipsticks. These are the new ones that have been released in the UK and now Canada. These are like the Nude collection of the Rimmel Kate Moss lipsticks. I know that they are not released in the United States yet. I'm hoping that they will be so that everybody can get these because I really do enjoy them. Here in Canada, we do have 4 colors. There's number 40, 42, 43, and 45. I know that in the UK, I think there was a number 47, but there was no spot for number 47 in any of the displays here in Canada. And these were actually in their regular line. There was no separate sort of new display that usually new lipsticks or new sort of makeup products come on. I don't know if that eventually they'll come out with something like that, but I found all of these in London Drugs here in Canada in their regular line. There is also a lip balm. This is in a white package compared to the pink package that the lipsticks are in. This is number 01 Clear. I'd be interested to see that in a few months if they come out with other shades of this, if it's popular. But this essentially is just a clear lip balm. It looks like it has a fleshy tone, but it pretty much just goes on clear. I haven't even tried this yet. I've only sort of swatched it, but it is quite clear. It has a different scent to the other lipsticks. This scent is more of like a fuzzy peach scent, if I could describe it. It is very similar to those Candies, the fuzzy peaches when you smell it. It has like that peach scent to it. This lip balm is not one of those really slippery lip balms. It's not super thick either. It's sort of like right in the middle, and I think that it's a really nice texture. I'm really not a fan of lip balms that have a really slippery texture because I feel like they migrate and they fade faster. I do like a thicker lip balm, but this one is a really nice texture, but I haven't used it other than swatching to know how it hydrates my lips or if it keeps it moisturized or if the texture is nice or anything like that. But overall, from swatching it, I do think that the texture will be nice, and I do really like the peach scent of the lip balm. These lipsticks are very similar in texture to some of their other lipsticks. Not the matte lipsticks, the Kate Moss matte lipsticks, but the other Kate Moss lipsticks because she has like the red packaging and the black packaging, and one of the two is matte. But these are very similar to the other ones that are not matte. They have sort of a glossy texture without being too shiny or without being too slip on the lips. So they do stay put kind of nicely. Nothing that is as strong as sort of like a matte lipstick, but they are a really nice texture. They feel really nice on the lips. And they have that same scent as some of their other lipsticks, that sort of apricot or like fruity tooty kind of scent that the rest of the Rimmel lipsticks have. So to go over the colors, the first one is number 40. This one is the lightest out of the 4 that I have. It is almost like a really pale, almost concealer lips nude. It leans a little bit more on the peachy or a little bit of a brown undertone. I feel like this would be really pretty on someone who is fair skin tone because it is quite light, but I really like this color. I think it's probably one of my favorite ones out of the entire collection. It is quite light, which I actually really like, and you don't see a lot of colors at the drugstore that are as light as this shade, so I think it's a nice addition to the drugstores. The next one is number 42. This one is like the darker sister of number 40. This one is more pink and more dark than number 40. This one is less concealer lips than the other one, so I think that more skin tones could probably pull it off and not have to worry about them looking sort of dead. Sometimes when you wear something that is really pale, some people can feel like they look dead, although I love the concealer lip look, so I mean, if you want to go for it, go for it. But this is definitely a little bit more warmer, a little bit more pink, and a little bit less nude. The next one is number 43, and this one is a lot more brown tone than the first two. This one has a really strong brown undertone, so if you have more of like an olive undertone or a little bit more of like a brown undertone, I feel like this could be a really good nude for you. This one is probably one of the more darker ones out of the collection, and I think because it is more brown tone, it definitely looks darker than the other ones, but it is still quite light. I feel like if you have really dark skin tones and you are wearing this, it could definitely still look really nude on you because it is still quite light. And the last one that I have is number 45. This one is sort of like the mauve sister of the first two. This one, it is very mauvey and very pink undertone, but it is still quite light. It's almost like one shade darker than number 42. It's like a little bit darker and a little bit more ashy or mauve tone, but it is still quite light. It looks a little bit darker in the tube here, but it does show up quite light, and I really enjoy this color because of that whole sort of Kylie Jenner lip that is really popular this year. Overall, this collection makes me extremely happy. I love nude lipstick, so I was really happy that a drugstore line created an entire line dedicated to nude lipsticks, although I know Maybelline has done that before, but I was really happy to see these in the Rimmel line. I really do like the texture of the Rimmel lipsticks, and I think that it's just a nice addition to the drugstore lipsticks. These retailed for $7.99 here in London Drugs in Canada, but I'm sure that you'll be able to find them on sale and relatively more inexpensive at like a Walmart or somewhere where it's a little bit cheaper than a London Drugs, because usually London Drugs are a little bit more expensive. If you've tried any of these new Kate Moss nude lipsticks or even the lip balm, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will hopefully do an updated review on the lip balm because I know a lot of people were interested to try this lip balm when it was first sort of established that they would release this. Make sure you subscribe so you can see that upcoming video, and thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned.